circuit race, which will be scary because I doubt they'll change tyres. I think they'll come in just dash and then put a little bit of fuel in and then go back out again. There's no point in trying to bend the tyres in for a couple of laps. There's only 10 minutes left of the race, so I'll be surprised if they change tyres 10 minutes before the end of the race, that's for sure, because trying to bend them tyres in, you need to get out of that pit and push as hard as you possibly can for that last 10 minutes. 6.7 seconds, that's the gap. Marvin Fritz can see Motogp just ahead of him.
That's when it all changes for Marvin Fritz. You push him, and then when you get the carrot, when your eyes lock on, is when you can really start to sense the endorphins, the dopamine. You really do feel as though it's coming to you.
Look at that Yamaha protest in there, just trying to change the direction between turn 12 and 13. Absolutely shaking its head, bucking and bronking. He's pushing it to the absolute limit. It's wonderful to see. 34.7. Reiterberger has responded at 34.9. So only 2 tenths of a second.
Qualified full stop. Never mind just in his stable. Motorbike by lined up second. He was the quickest rider full stop.
But that counts for nothing now, Tom. Because we're in race conditions, aren't we? And you know, it's completely different in race trim. You know, you can set the bike up solely for qualifying, which BMW probably did. It just doesn't matter anymore, you know. For now, we're looking at 6.5 seconds between first and second. And the Yamaha is looking the strongest bike out there at the minute with Marvin Fritz on board.
Well, Marvin Fritz was the fastest rider in the Yamaha squad, so he literally got
2 quickest.
the 2 figureheads of each team
with
going
gloves off.
at it. Yeah, gloves off. This is it. 2 heavyweights going at it now. And look at that.
Look at the bike bucking and protesting. He's pushing it to the absolute limit. Just really taking risks now because Yamaha want to go out with a bang and try and win this race. But BMW number 37 haven't won a World Endurance race before, so they're desperate to get Berger across the line in first position at the top step of the podium. Look at that bike again. Marvin Fritz's bike is bucking around and it's twisting, it's spinning up, it's wheeling, it's going sideways everywhere. Remember, there's a lack of adhesion out here as well. We had some oil drop down on the circuit earlier on, so scary stuff. Number 44, that's the leading stock bike. Lucas Gasser out there on board, looking pretty calm. The No Limits Motor Team.
They're on for, well, the Dunlop's Independent Trophy, but they're on for runners-up spot now in the World Cup for the stock teams. That World Cup waits at the Bol d'Or, as we know. It was BMRT3 D Maxis Neves that picked up the trophy and the championship, but No Limits now. If they can finish where they are, they will definitely finish in runners-up spot.
See, just behind the number 44 No Limits bike there, Lucas Gas, that's Dan Linfoot, BSB rider. I remember our British rider riding alongside Gino Riel and South African Sheridan Moraes. They've done a great job actually. They're running in 5th position for a private team. They're the first privateer team will be across the line if it finishes like this. So they'll be quite happy with that. They'll both check number 77 team.
Thanks to everyone getting in touch on Twitter. The Red Sector MotoGP podcast said if something will happen to Suzuki when they still win the championship. From my points, yes, because they had a considerable lead going into this. So I think it's all but theirs.
My biggest rival is me today. One missed moment can cost me everything. My motivation is me tomorrow. It's only up to me whether to quit or continue the struggle. That's why I should become stronger than yesterday. Tonight, when the lights go out, the touring cars engage in wheel-to-wheel combat. WTCR Race of Czech Republic, live on Eurosport.
So Suzuki now looking very strong for the championship in first place. I don't think any anyone can now take that away from them looking at my maths, which, having left school at 16, maths was never my strong point when I was there, but luckily I've got Terry Reimer alongside me,
Who's even worse than it.
who was a scholar. So, yeah, mental maths and championship positions take a while to work out, but from my calculations, yes. What doesn't take a while to calculate is how quickly that gap's coming down.
Saying that, the last lap out, there was nothing between them at all. Literally, the gap didn't go down at all. So they've equalled each other. But 5.8 seconds, Marcus Reitzenberger will want much more of a lead than that. So we're on board with the Search Suzuki now, by the looks of it. It gives you a bit of an idea what it's like when the sun starts going down as well. You've got to take that into account because it will be shining across the circuit and right into your eye line. So as you go towards west of the circuit, you will get the sun directly in your eyes. And then from the rear, the shadows will be actually running quite long, as you can see there. As you go towards the east of the circuit, then as you're trying to overtake people, the shadow will go across and it can put some people off. You just see that shadow really running long there. These are the type of things you don't really take into account in short circuit racing.
And little things, depending on where the sun's shining, you can't see a pitboard. If it's coming down and it's low down the start and finish straight, you can't look up and look at your pitboard.
Which is what it will be like here. So a lot of the pitboards now are illuminated, so they should have all the illuminations on for that, so it should be pretty good. We've just got a bit of an idea from Sylvain's on board. We're on board with Sylvain at the moment. Now, Sylvain's obviously is his first year of Endurance World Championship racing, and what a fantastic year he's been having. He's won his first Le Mans race, he's won his first Bol d'Or race. I mean, that's a dream for a lot of Frenchmen, just to get that under their belt anyway. So he's done a wonderful job. I think he's been a really good member of this. We're not surprised about it because he's a quality, top quality rider. A great member of this team. I think hopefully he'll be riding with Cert for the following year. So last lap round again, I'll say it again, 134.4 from Reitzenberger. That's quick, and that is only 2 tenths off the outright fastest lap. Marvin finished 134.29. So 2 tenths out of Reitzenberger again. So Reitzenberger has reacted. He's pushed really as hard as he possibly can with 134.4, but still lost 2 tenths of a second to and he's going to lose time here behind this number 11 factory Kawasaki, because he's not going to be that much slower than him. Now this is going to play into the hands of Marvin Fritz, number 7 on the Yamaha for now.
Where's the last 15-20 minutes gone? It's just raced by. We've only got just over 15 minutes left of this race.
It's slowing him. It's definitely slowing him down for the section. It's a one-line special just going through here through turn 14, 15, 16 and 17. You can just see that now. Reitzenberger pushes past. That's where the long shadows are quite handy, because as you go up the inside, you'll see the shadow first before anyone comes past. So luckily he was heading east of the circuit to show them shadows across. So now we've got Marvin Fritz, who's got to try and pass the number 11 on the west side of the circuit by the looks of it soon.
Yeah, Owen Nijon aboard that WeBike SRC Kawasaki in 4th place, of course, and only 6.9 seconds behind Sylvain Guintoli's Yoshimura Cert Suzuki. That's the podium battle. So Owen Nijon does not want to lose too much time, and I don't think he did. Looking at the Yoshimura Cert Suzuki garage, everyone looking very pensive. They dared to move. It's a bit like, oh, what's a good analogy?
Marcus Reitzenberger lost 9 tenths of a second, roughly 8 tenths of a second there, sitting behind that Kawasaki. So that's cost him time. That compares to 134. Another fastest lap of the race from Marvin Fritz, 134.072. So he's going quicker and quicker. You can see now there's only 1 corner difference between the two of them. Now Marvin Fritz has got to get past the rider just ahead of him, and also the rider on Owen Nijon on the number 11. Kawasaki, the factory Kawasaki, remember, is lapping him. So if he can get past these two quickly, he will gain even more time. And the way he's been riding, like, look at that, just going past that slower rider much quicker. He's going to find it much more difficult getting past the number 11 Kawasaki. But depending on what part of the circuit he actually meets watching. It's going to be interesting stuff. Wow, this is so good. This is why I love endurance racing.
He's lost time. He's lost time.
Terima kasih yang sudah hadir.
So he has lost. That graphic is slightly older on the screen, I think.
Yeah, I think last lap round definitely did the fastest lap.
Yeah, he did definitely.
So this lap may have lost a tiny bit of time, but the way I looked at it, he didn't lose any time at all. But let's have a quick look.
No, it's down.
4.4. So yeah, oh man, he's gained 8 tenths of a second.
He has gained.
On Reiterberg. Look, you see there, just coming out turn 2 there's Marvin Fritz. It's down to 3.8 seconds. This is getting so exciting now. Marvin Fritz riding the race of his life.
Yeah, so my timing screen was slow to update. He has gained time and Fritz is flying, and this is going to go right the way down to the wire. I know that's a cliche, but no one there moved. You look at the garages, everyone's staying in the same spots. No one can take their eyes off the screen. No one wants to tempt fate. If you're superstitious now, this is going to hold up right to Berger.
Go past No Limits bike, Lucas Scasso gets past him nice and cleanly. Got 2 more bikes ahead of him, 2 Superstock bikes ahead of him. Can Marvin Fritz get past the Kawasaki? That's a big question. It's really going to be difficult because the Kawasaki is going quicker than these other riders. It's much easier to go past the riders that are a couple of seconds or so slower than you. But when someone's lapping a similar sort of lap time and they don't know you're there, even when they're getting the blue flags, you've got to be so careful you don't collect each other up. We haven't seen Marvin Fritz come through yet. Has he passed him? He just started to pass him now. No, he can't make it. He's still stuck behind him. He's losing time. 3.2 seconds between Marcus Reitsberger and Marvin Fritz. He does him up the inside going into turn 21. Fantastic start.
Yeah, full set from Marvin Fritz. Now, the battle that Marcus Reitsberger was having with the back markers has not really played hugely into Marvin Fritz's hands, although he has gained a bit of time. He did get held up behind Owen Nijon there. Reiterberger tips it in, wasn't distracted by the rider going through the chicane. Marvin Fritz has got it down, but I think we're going to have, with the timing like it is now, about 4 more laps on the limiter. The Fritz there, banging it through.
He's giving that Yamaha death, isn't he? He's absolutely wringing every single horsepower out of that engine and getting every single bit of grip level from their Bridgestone tyres. Remember, Marcus Reiterberger out on the Dunlops in the lead, whereas Bridgestone tyre short Yamaha behind him. Tyre wars going all around.
Yeah, so Ben Yeats has said, missed what you said about Most. Is this a one-off choice? Yes, it was a one-off choice. It's on the calendar because they needed to get the championship finished. We couldn't go to Japan for the Suzuka 8 Hour, so the organisers and the series promoter, Eurosport Events, had to get something on the calendar. Most came available and the teams and riders are here, and what an event it's been so far.
Definitely. We're going to have a 2-lap dash, I think, by the time, I think it's going to take roughly about 2, almost 1.5 laps for Fritz to catch. Will he be able to catch him? It's going to be close. 1.4 it's down to now, but Marvin Fritz can't quite, unless Reiterberger makes a desperate mistake. He knows how important it is for him not to make a mistake. Going over to the right-hand side of the circuit there. Trying to stay out of trouble, the Dunlop technician looks on. Fingers crossed.
Almost fastest lap of the race last time around from Marvin Fritz. It was a purple middle sector, so it was all-time best middle sector. So Fritz has got the bit between his teeth. 1.2 is the closest it's been, but we're running out of time. 6 hours, the time will tick to 0.
2 more laps.
Yeah, 2 more laps.
2 more laps to go for Marvin Fritz to catch up to the factory BMW of Marcus Reiterberger there. Can he do it? He's getting closer all the time. 1.2 seconds. It's gone down 0.3 of a second again. Marvin Fritz pushing it to the limit. The front end's tucking, the rear end's spinning. He's pulling in. Marcus Reiterberger, corner by corner. Look at that. You can visibly see the gap actually shrinking now.
So I think this will be enough for BMW to take the runners-up spot in the championship as well. Looking at the maths, if they win their first EWC race and they are minutes away, Marvin Fritz can sense, he can smell the rubber on the back of that BMW Motorrad machine, and Marvin Fritz on the Yamaha is coming like an express train here at Moss. It's going to go down to the last lap, surely.
We've got 2 more laps left.
Exactly.
2 more laps left. So this now going across the line, we're going to have another 2 laps left. So, wow, this is unbelievable. I think he's going to do it. I think he's going to be able to get up to Marcus Reiterberger. But it's one thing catching somebody, but it's another thing actually passing.
I don't think any invitations will be sent out in terms of sending it up the inside, win it or bin it from Marvin Fritz.
But Marcus Reiterberger is no mug, remember. He's raced top level World Superbike races, won the ITM Championship.
He's big and strong and he's tough. And you've got to wake up pretty early in the morning to get one over on Marcus Reiterberger.
Definitely, yeah. Now I think that, we've got Marvin Fritz, he knows that. Manny Cansler on the left-hand side, his hands are shaking. Look at him, he's absolutely a bag of nerves. You can imagine why. That's his motorcycle out there. All the work throughout the year, they've had such an unlucky season. Now, can they come away with the win? BMW, on the other hand, are desperate to get their first EWC win. Marcus Reiterberger pushing it, is giving it every single thing, every single ounce of energy, every single ounce of skill, everything he knows to stay ahead of Marvin Fritz. Can he do it?
New fastest lap last time around. I tell you what, we might have 2 laps left here, you know. Which would be my prediction of 4 laps 3 laps ago, because they're going to cross the line here.
Well, they're just going to be very close whether they're going to get across the line or not. I think they will just cross the line. This will be the last lap. So 5 hours, 59 minutes, 54 seconds, 56, 57, and 2 seconds away from it being the last lap. This is the last lap. It's down to this now. Marvin Fritz in second place on the Yamaha. He's squirreling around going into turn 1. Can he pass Max Reiterberger? He doesn't. Reiterberger is sliding everywhere. He's managed to pull away a little bit coming out of turn 2.
Last lap here at Moss. Marvin Fritz has lost some time. He went for the second apex, had to back out of it. Marcus Reiterberger got a bit of an advantage. Fritz, we know, is setting fastest lap after fastest lap, but he's lost a bit of time. And Reiterberger's dropped the hammer. Reiterberger has something in the locker at 22.5.
He's pulled the pin. He's pulled the pin. He's 0.5 of a second now. Marvin Fritz, can he react to this? I can't see it happening. Look at Nicola Caliper and Carol. I'm just lost for words. This is unbelievable. This is got to be one of the closest world endurance races we've ever seen.
What a last lap here from
Fritz is
Marcus
catching.
Reiterberger. He is catching. What is going to happen? They're going to have a good
It's going to be a last corner.
down into turn 20. It's going to be down into turn 20 or not at all. Is Marvin Fritz going to be close enough coming through turns 18 and 19 here? It's now or never for Marvin Fritz. He's going to have a look, surely.
He's not going to make it. He can't make it. Surely he's turn 20 now. Come out to turn 21. Goes up the inside. Doesn't quite make it. He's not going to square it off. Marcus Reiterberger can't make any mistakes. Accelerating out on the start finish line.
Marcus Reiterberger and BMW are about to win, are they? Yes, they are. They've won their first Endurance World Championship race here at Moss. What a race. I cannot remember a finish that has been that close. Marvin Fritz and the Yamaha squad took BMW all the way to the checkered flag, but it was BMW who have managed to hold out. And there we see Yoshimura Suzuki, who have won their 17th world title, coming across the line in 3rd place. They are going to celebrate. BMW are going to celebrate. And we've got to take a breath. I cannot remember the last 45 minutes of that race. That was phenomenal, Terry.
I got sore throat. Reiterberger, what a ride. Marvin Fritz, what a ride. You can't fault either of the riders, but Marcus Reiterberger just seemed to have that little tiny edge. I think he just hung out every single ounce for that last lap to just get it right. Wow. And number 44, leading stock machine, comes across the line. That's Lucas Gasser, patting his bike. He's pleased as punch.
Well, they're going to take the runners-up spot. Not only have they won the Super Stock Car 7th overall, they're going to finish runners-up in the World Cup as well.
What a race. Triple three race.
Down there. The triple three
They pushed the bike across the line to try and get finished. Yeah, Lucas Gaston trying to do a wheelie. Anti-wheelies holding the front end. Wow, Marcus Reiterberger, what a happy chappy. A BMW, so pleased.
It's unbelievable. I'm so happy for the team, so happy for BMW after the long season. Perfect, thank you.
Well done.
Yeah, thank you.
We did see Mustang on Vernon, did we? Earlier